Father died in
prison.
in prison. He was in prison for 18 years. She said she has got a 9-year-old son. He was also tortured by Chinese together with her. They dragged him with them, with her, and they took her to the place over there. They didn't give them any food, so he died due to this starvation. She controlled herself under such circumstances. Like she feels that this is one day or the other she can meet His Holiness the Dalai Lama over here in India.
They much of zero town, thinking now is in the Tandi Shada, Juino, Yen, the touch or Jatanche, that day there.
He's saying that, for example, in his monastery, there are 2 monasteries that he's talking about, and he's saying there could be about more than 8,000 monks in there. But now the Chinese have made it a decree, passed a decree and made it a policy that there'll be only about 400 monks living in that particular monastery. So he's saying this is what's going on. But even though the Chinese say that there's religious freedom, but this is not what religious freedom is actually all about.
And Tergasa, Benataniasa, and Jagartang, Tanada Ishi, Gigamawujilla, and Namshi Guardoya, that did the Anit Joe then Nerima Woyagic, and get the Disney Yonga several.
And for example, Tibet, as you know, is a place rich for minerals, and now the Chinese are extracting all those minerals. They have made Tibet a place for nuclear dumping. It's a place where nuclear arsenal is there, and they are disturbing the ecological balance as well, and a lot of deforestation has gone into place, and they are totally disregarding the natural balance of the ecology in Tibet.
Since the occupation of Tibet by the Chinese communists, they have looted our country. They have taken away our forest products and everything away to China, and they have not built new schools or hospitals, or they have not given any new improvement in Tibet. And the economic condition also is deteriorating every year in Tibet, because Chinese transfer their population from mainland China to Tibet, and all the fertile land are taken away by the Chinese people, and Tibetans become a minority, and they don't have any rights or human rights, and they are looked down by the Chinese. So Chinese become master and we become slaves. Actually they say that they want to liberate Tibet. Actually now we become slaves of the Chinese communists.
But then she escaped from Tibet 10 years ago, crossing the Himalayas on foot at great risk of life and limb, and came penniless and completely alone, without her relatives or anyone, to Dharamsala, to the place of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and then slowly began to rebuild her life, and then began to perform these songs in public, and became really well known among the Tibetan community and beloved by them. And then 7 years ago, she came out of the refugee community and came to the West, to Australia and America and Europe, and began to sing her songs. And since then, she has toured 22 different countries, representing Tibetan culture and its high spiritual civilization. She received a Grammy Award for the Best World Music CD, and she is, she's just a very omnipresent person in a way. It's sort of, she represents kind of the soul of Tibet, speaking out for Tibetan freedom. So I take great pleasure with that little introduction in introducing my great friend and a great artist of Tibet, and a personification of the soul of Tibetan poetry, in a way, Yang Lamo. Thank you very much.
Personally, I think once you become refugee, and then I think we have extra work for your country. So I think if you're Tibetan person or whoever, and everyone has their responsibility, their own countries. And 2 of my brothers died because of malnutrition. So for that reason, I have to go to work, and it's really, really hard. And my grandfather was died, and my grandmother was in jail, and my mother was sent to labor camp. So for that reason, I don't have much educations. So I think the education is very, very important.
Since our struggle is non-violent, we have deprived ourselves the option of taking up arms and creating this big hue and cry. So we feel that the international community should have a vested see that they have a vested interest in seeing that the Tibetan issue or the Tibetan struggle is successful.
We feel that international community must have in Tibet to open more schools or economically whatever they can, But Chinese is the obstacle, So it's important that the international community must put pressure on Chinese so that Tibetan people have some freedom, and human rights in Tibet.
Tibet means to them, like they always tell, I'm a Tibetan. They want to be what they are, a Tibetan. They don't want to be called like refugee or anything. They want to be what they are. They don't like the name of the refugee. If they always ask, are you a refugee? They always tell, no, I'm a Tibetan.
There is a probe in Tibetan. Even the birds, he knows the way where his nest is. Even the ant knows the way his home is. And we, the Tibetans, we have our own country and we can go there one day. We always hope and wish for the free Tibet.
Thank you.